Yeah, well, that voice is, we can call it, say, the inner critic, right? And a lot of people are unaware, they're just not even aware that that inner critic is driving so much of their thought processes and their behaviors. So, as you alluded to, a first step is just starting to notice that voice in your head. And there's a, it's a subtle difference, but one is the voices in the head and you don't even know that's going on and you're just kind of operating under it. The the next step is like, you're almost like outside of yourself looking at yourself and you're like, oh my gosh, there's this voice going on in my head that's saying all these negative things about me, or really um, sabotaging any efforts I'm making, and putting me down. And just noticing that is a huge first step. Once you're aware of that inner critic voice and how powerful it can be, um, then what do you do to replace it and show yourself more self-compassion? Well, I think a really easy sort of standard to use is ask yourself how you would talk to someone you really cared about if he or she was going through a difficult time, right? You probably wouldn't be saying, "What's wrong with you? You're such a loser. You can't do anything right. You might as well give up and throw in the towel. You have no hope." Right? You wouldn't say that to your child, or I hope not. Or you wouldn't say that to your best friend who's trying to change the way they eat, or change any aspect of their life for the better. But yet somehow, when it's yourself, then you don't even think twice about it. So just starting to ask yourself, how can I talk to myself in a way that I would talk to someone else I really cared about who is going through a difficult time, um, is really helpful. Can be really helpful. And if you think about it, the one person that you spend day in, day out, every moment of your day with is yourself. So if what better person to have as your strongest advocate than the voice going on inside your own head? And it really can be changed for the better to become a much more encouraging, motivating, compassionate voice. But you have to be able to see first what's going on, and notice it, and then second, you really need to start stopping it in its tracks and replacing it with the, what you could call the inner nurturer, right? Instead of the inner critic, the inner nurturer.